We were looking into converting self doubt to self belief. That is the kind of work we are doing. And this is the third session where we are working on self belief. So basically, the agenda is to embrace yourself, to accept yourself as you are, and that can happen when self doubt can be eradicated and there's more of self belief, and thereby you tend to do what you want to do. You get more space to be goal focused, goal oriented, and you become more enhanced in decision making, empowered in problem solving, so on. So what we were looking at certain causes of self doubt, and today we're going to look at a few more things. Self doubt is something that undermines the confidence. So people who feel confident are generally not more prone to self doubt. People can have some previous negative experiences, some kind of failures. It can be some failure in the school life in regard to marks, whatever a person considers as a failure. And it could be something that happened in their college life that can cause that individual some kind of negative experience and negative impact. And now the intensity of positive thinking is reduced, or someone is exposed to constant criticism. Someone or the other have criticized them in the past. It could be a parental figure who always put them down, that you're good for nothing, will not do anything well, you're not capable of doing things. It could be a teacher. It could be a teacher who keeps insulting that particular child because the particular individual is scoring low. What are you going to do in life? I really don't know. Insulting in front of the classroom, in front of others. So such things, or it could be a spouse who is a little toxic in the sense. See, generally, why I use the term toxic is when somebody feels more empowered by putting the other person down. That is toxic behavior, whoever does it. Whether if it is a spouse or whether it is a parent, they're doing so for their own reasons. They have their own kind of personality issues, because of which they might exhibit this kind of behavior towards others. So, knowingly or unknowingly, when this has happened in the past, it can affect us today. It can affect our thought process today. Issues related to attachment styles, insecure attachment can also play a significant role. For each of us, the basics is the family. We are rooted with the family from where we came from. So, if there is some kind of insecure feeling that them like we call it the kind of some children, if you've heard, there'll be a lot of absenteeism where they have faced this kind of separation anxiety. When there's a quarrel between parents, the child thinks that the child might get abandoned. The child gets that kind of thought that the child can get abandoned. So some insecurities exist. Similar, it could be with siblings. There's no proper kind of an attachment. Similarly, it can happen with partner, whether it is girlfriend, boyfriend, or husband, or wife, whoever. The style of attachment, emotions where there's always doubt in it, or we're not able to feel content, or that calmness doesn't exist. I'm not able to feel calm in my connection with this particular person in my life can cause self doubt. Negative feedbacks, criticizing in the formative years. So that is, if that has been for a very long time, from throughout childhood, if someone has faced that, then definitely it affects the current life. It's a chronic self doubt pattern which that individual could have developed. Societal pressures. Pressures of comparison with the individual in the neighborhood, especially children, comparing children with children in the neighborhood, comparing them with relatives kids, or comparing them with children of our colleagues. So when such things happen, constant no to I'm not good enough kind of thing, no, I'm not good enough kind of feeling we are giving to a child who grows with this kind of a mindset will not be able to feel good enough even when they become an adult. Negative thoughts and self talk, that is what we saw in the previous session. For what kind of negative thoughts, how can we provide the appropriate positive self talk? We wrote the negative list onto the left side, and onto the right side, what are the counter thoughts which we will be giving it, I mean, giving to those statements. How do we frame it? A kind of examples we saw. So that continuous practice of that, after a period of time, we don't have to jot down as points, but automatically we are tuned, and we get structured in a way, and that we start thinking in a different way. So we are trying to rewire our thought patterns. If whichever is not healthy, we are not taking it in. Whichever is healthy and useful for our lifestyle, we are taking it into consideration. Thereby there's an enhancement in the way of living. So first, to recognize my pattern is very important. Whether I'm living, I'm pondering in on self doubt, or whether I'm content, or I believe my own self, I believe my own decisions, is something that we need to know whether we are doing. The most stressful person can be our own self, our inner critic. When we are exposed to certain patterns, when we are exposed to certain behaviors or certain situations, certain people in the past, not everyone has given us good experiences. So somewhere we are our own. We tend to change as our own critic. We change as our own critic, where we are always criticizing our own selves without, we are not speaking out about it, but it's only the mind voice. In our mind, we're always criticizing us in a negative way. So this powerful psychological mechanism that perpetuates unhealthy self-doubt. So it is whatever people speak outside about us is not so important as how we see our own selves and how we talk about ourselves. The world can look at me at it in many different ways. The world can have comments about me, but what is more important is how I am seeing myself, what how I represent myself, how I talk about myself, how I feel about myself is very important. If I myself criticize myself, like saying I'm not good for not for good for anything, I'm good for nothing, or if I say statements like um, no, this will not work out for me, I'm not good enough like the other person is more talented, see, look at the patience they had, I'm not like that person. No, somewhere comparing our own selves with the other person, Especially when we look at Facebook. This happens with children and most women, from what I have seen, I'm saying. When we look at the Facebook or Instagram or some other social media, when we look at pictures of people going out as families or dressing up in a certain way, using a certain kind of makeup, we tend to feel that they're all happy, and I'm not happy. They're doing so well financially, but I'm not so well. Someone bought a car, they exposed it, they put it on the posted those pictures in a friends group or a family group, or they kept it as their status. So that comparison, that that person is capable of getting that whatever it is, whereas I am not. So one thing that we need to like tell ourselves is, on social media majority of what people are sharing is only their positive side. They want to feel, people generally, all of us want to feel appreciated, we want to feel good, we want to get recognized for what we have. It's a status symbol for us, and maybe some people can get some kind of self esteem. They are able to enhance their self status or whatever, no, by doing that. But every individual will have positive as well as negative things in their life. That negative things are not posted because it is shameful to be posting such negative things or happenings on social media. Nobody will do that except certain people on YouTube who want to have some viral content or whatever. Other than that, with photos, I don't think people in our known circle will only expose positive things. So we should understand that every person can also have a some, they bought a car, it could be also on loan. So the person every month needs to pay EMI for that, and we don't know what are their struggles. Some people can be financially wealthy, but maybe they don't have a happy family. Maybe someone has a good family, good people around, but maybe they're not super wealthy or whatever. They have enough for whatever they need. So everybody's life is very different. So it is not nice of us to criticize our own self, is something that we need to understand. So it's necessary for us to challenge our inner critic, to just validate and see what whatever our mind voice is telling us is true or not. To see if there is any evidence in what my I'm thinking. To see if I'm reasonable in what I'm conversing or I'm thinking. To also see if there is any logic in what I'm thinking. All this can help us to re-evaluate our own experiences. Self compassion. So we teach children from a very young age during prayer and other things that even school, I'm talking about schools, about being compassionate towards other people. But when will I be able to be compassionate towards another person if I am not compassionate towards my own self? Self compassion is a must. I should also be compassionate towards myself. For whatever I am, I still deserve to be compassionate towards my own self. Is what we tell people who are prison inmates too. They've done a crime, yes, still be compassionate towards yourself. You can still forgive yourself, because attitude, that change of attitude is a must. People are not put in prisons for punishment but for reformation. Whatever activities they are engaged in the prison is somewhere teaching people some skill. Why I'm talking about prison is, in the worst scenario, when some person does a crime, they're put inside the prison. Psychologists and other mental health professionals visit prisons. We work with inmates. So even in those kind of scenarios, we teach people to be kind towards others. So if I have to be kind towards the other person, first I should learn what kindness is, and I need to be first kind towards my own self. That's very important. My comments, my critics can feel bad about my own existence. My acknowledging inner critic. Okay. Okay. So to get a more healthier, positive image about my own self is very important. So that's very mandatory for each of us. So we are going to look at the solutions in a solution focused way. How do I stop doubting myself? First thing, changing your limiting beliefs. Someone believed that they can only do this much because from a very young age, this is what they were taught to. So they don't think beyond that. People don't think beyond, they limit their abilities. People can limit their capabilities because their beliefs are limited. For example, mm, my father had an two-wheeler accident many years back when we were kids. From then he had this fear and he stopped riding. And though myself and my sister we went to the driving school, he was actually against it, but still he let, it's only driving, but he denied to even like buy a vehicle because of his belief that we are not, we will fall down. He has that fear of will fall down. So he used to say that you cannot do it, it will be difficult for you, you can't handle the traffic. He's telling it purely out of concern. He's telling purely out of concern. I understand that. But during that age, during that 18, 19 years, I believed what he said. I believed what he said, and I did not try riding after that because I believed it. So it's just an example of how an individual can develop limiting beliefs. Maybe if I had trusted myself, even now, if I change my attitude, I can try that out. I can do that. Celebrate small wins. It's not that I did something very big that I appreciate myself. Even whatever I'm doing right now, I can appreciate myself for whatever I'm giving out. Change your emotional state is what we are going to look into detail. Learn to fail forward. Yes, it's okay to fail, but to be resilient. So, how you can counter that self doubt is, what is my doubt now? I'm scared whether I'll fail or something will happen to me. Let me just try it. No, if I fail, okay, fine. So let me calculate what I'm going to lose by this failure. If it's okay, I will try. I will try. Suppose if I fall, it's okay. I'll still get up. That should be the attitude, and that can actually remove fear from the mind, because there is this option to get up again. It's not like a dead end. It's not like a dead end. If I travel, just slide, or I just lie down, or I've fallen down, I can still get up. I have an option, and still I can continue my travel. Surround yourself with cheerleaders. So there are a few really charismatic people who can actually influence us a lot. By interacting with certain people, it gives us a lot of energy. In my circle, when I see certain in certain professional groups, I have my own classmates and other friends who are doing really well in their careers, and they try different things. Sometimes I'll be in a sluggish mode. So during those period, when I look at them, when I see what they're doing on Facebook, I'm not talking about photographs or anything. I'm not talking about the personal stuff. I'm only looking at the professional angle. If I look at what they're trying, what new things they're doing, how dedicated they are, it gives me that kind of motivation to be like that. And I generally connect with this kind of people in my professional circle. I don't mostly go with the gossip group. I like these kind of people who discuss more ideas, thoughts. So, being with this kind of people is a very big motivator for me to move on in life. Get out of your way and stop making excuses. Yes, so people with self doubts have this habit of making excuses. Why was this not done? Always excuses. People who give excuses are not the winners. People who work work with different plans. When plan A fails, I will use plan B. Plan B fails, I will try plan C. But my objective is to reach where I want to reach. I will be very clear with my focus. Should be the kind of mindset. So only people who are healthy minded will not talk about impossibilities. They talk more about possibilities, and I think that is where we stand. When we make something impossible possible, we are a leader. Slow down to speed up. Yeah, it's okay to take your own time, and later just move on fast. So this one aspect will work today in depth. Converting the emotions, change of emotional state. So there are certain emotions which people with self doubt can go through. For example, anxiety. If a student has exam, and there's lot of self doubt from the side of parents, from the side of teachers, and that in fact affects that particular child. So when they're going to think more about the marks, rather than how they're going to study or how they're going to write present, all that is more important. So when they are more worried about the marks because they don't want to get shamed in front of the parent or the teacher or the friends, whomever, performance anxiety will develop. So they cannot be in a peaceful state or calm state of mind, always agitated mind, frustrated mind, and that will be the case with the parents also. So there is no kind of peace in the family. It's an emotional turmoil. Negative feelings, being negative for a very long time, being upset for a very long period of time, not taking care of self for a very long time can lead to depression. Depression is a illness. Procrastination, people who don't have confidence in what they're doing and they have 1001 questions in their mind, they're holding it, will always try to postpone things. Postponement is not a healthy behavior. The person itself can feel guilty. Guilt is a negative emotion. People with self doubt cannot be emotionally stable. So once they feel like they're confident, again the confidence dips down. So there'll be a kind of dissatisfaction, whatever. Low self esteem, difficulty making decisions, lose touch with what you truly want, batters your self confidence, feels like a pretender. So I'm not able to feel my own self. Even when I've done something good, I don't appreciate myself. I don't appreciate myself because I'm not able to believe that I did it. I myself don't believe that I did something, even if I do something good. So even if I've done something, even if I've got a lot of marks, I still like feel that I'm not a success. Maybe a child got maximum marks. I met a child. She got very good marks in NEET as well as the entrance exam, but she doesn't feel as a success. She doesn't consider herself as a success because she feels that she did not score enough to get into a government college. Thereby, she had to get into a private college. Thereby, the parents are upset and they're also struggling financially. So, she feels she's a failure. No? So, these are all the turmoils of emotional turmoils of self doubt. So, how we are going to convert these kind of thoughts into positive? So there is lot of underlying negative emotions under this anxiety. When it is depression, there'll definitely be feelings of being upset, sadness, crying spells, resentment, refraining, hurtful, and emotional dips, negative self-image, inability to think, clouding, emotional clouding. Yeah, so there's enough of negative emotions which we can see when someone has self doubt. So whenever an individual you meet gets into this kind of a self doubt, what can be done is to convert that totally, to convert that experience totally into a positive one. When some thought comes, when some thought sits in that, if I've taken a project, if I've taken a project, I develop anxiety when I doubt myself that this project might not work, or I am not very sure about this project. I don't know where it's going to take me, and am I capable enough to do it, mm, to attract more clients in my project? Whatever, if that is the state of mind, then I'm doubting my own self, and it's obvious that I will develop anxiety over it. In that case, I'm only giving an example. In that case, I can drift and shift my emotion into any of these emotions which are generally there with people who have self belief. Being joyful, happy, keeping us happy can help us to feel, to make other people around us happy, and to get them also in the joyful mode. So we should be an influencer where we are able to make other people also happy, grateful, peaceful, interested. You should be interested in doing certain activities. Lack of interest, being sluggish is not a very healthy behavior. It's not a healthy behavior. It's not a healthy mindset to be in. So peace is very important. Peace is very important, whether it's workplace or whatever work I do. If I do it with a positive emotion, it works out very well. Being grateful, whether it is whoever helped us with certain things, um, for small things, we can still be grateful. For someone who offered us tea today when we were busy, small things, we can still be thankful. And always, life goes on with hope. So, to be hopeful that good things will happen, and taking pride over small victories, whatever we done for our ability, I feel proud of myself. And yeah, being humorous, being funny, watching some comedies, or no, like all that is like listed in the emotions of self belief. People who believe themselves are generally more, tend to be more, keep themselves happy, keep the other people around them also happy. Inspire, to be an inspire, to be a people influence, that's very important. And being loving, I love myself, thereby I radiate love to people around me, whoever is around me, this kind of a state. So I will give you some examples of how this can be converted to another emotional state. So if we acknowledge that we are in a certain emotional state, consciously change your emotional state. So when I look at the first image, I feel that maybe the person is sad, the person is upset, maybe the person is feeling lonely, is what I feel when I look at the first image, the negative image. So if when an individual goes through that, when I feel that way, what I can do is I can push myself and take a conscious decision by choice to make a changeover to something that I like. So if I like playing in water and having fun, then I can do that. I can go to a nearby pool. I can engage myself in a swimming classes. I can enjoy that, to just have a drift of emotion, because I know that I'm going through something hurtful now. So I'm just changing that mode. I'm changing that emotional state from negativity to positivity. So this we are doing consciously by choice. We know that something happened, and because of that we are upset, but we don't want to be in that state because it's not a healthy state of mind. So forcefully I change my emotion. If I change my emotion, my thought will change. When my thoughts change, my behavior will change. All the three are interconnected. My emotions are connected with my feelings, and emotions are connected with my thinking, thoughts. My thoughts are again connected to the way I behave, what I do. My performance is my behavior, what I do outside, what I show outside, what I give to people outside, how do I treat others, how do I treat myself. All this is behavior. So when any of us are going through any negative emotion, like anger, sadness, hurtful, being jealous. Some of us can also get jealous when someone else did it and we are not able to do it, when we are not confident enough on our own selves. So when this is the scenario, I want you to tell me, when we indulge in conscious choice of change in emotion, consciously I know I something happened. It could be a quarrel with a spouse. It could be a quarrel with a spouse, or it can be like I gave an example of a project. So when I'm just worrying about that project, suppose if I go into that worry mode on that project, oh, how will it work? I doubt my own self. How will people participate? What will happen with my clients? Who will be my client? So many questions when it's running in my mind. I don't want to be in that anxiety state. So when you look at the first picture, I want you to type this in the chat box. When you look at the first picture, there's a woman who's traveling and who's also indulging in photography. I want you to tell me what kind of an emotional state is this person. When you look at the first picture, what do you think is the kind of emotional state the person is in? Please put it in the chat box. Independent. Can you tell me about the emotion? She's interested. Okay. What is the emotion? Emotions are like happiness, sadness, joy, excitement, mm, something like that, no? She is enjoying the happiness, excitement, self love, living the moment, yes. Others? Okay, let us move on to the second image where someone is indulging in painting. Seems like there's someone who's used to it and they also like it based on the kind of apron that that individual is wearing, and they're also indulging in painting. So when someone is in this kind of a state of mind, as a choice the person is doing this. So what could be the state of mind of this artist when he's into that work? Peaceful. Okay. Enjoy. Yes. Okay. So third one is when that an individual can listen to music. So generally, I feel based on the theme of the music, I generally feel a lot of mixture of emotions. You can tell me what generally you feel that individuals who listen to music can experience emotions. Peace, joy, inspired, yes. Relax, happy, lot of feel joy, relax, sometimes sadness when we hear sad songs, yes. Okay. So next, can you tell me the kind of experience someone can have while playing with a small child, and also gazing through the window along with the child? What kind of emotions that a person can feel? It can be a male or a female. What can that person feel? Joy, peace, love. Yes. Very relaxed and love, secured love and happiness. Okay. So, getting to the next picture. So there's something that particular individual is like maybe having a cup of tea or coffee and reading a book. So when an individual is sitting, the place where the individual is sitting also seeming to be quite a comfortable place for that individual. So what are some feelings that this person can have? Pleasant me time, yes. Relax and thinking we what we do, peaceful and inspired. Yeah, relaxed and satisfied, relaxed. Okay. So, what about the last picture? When these are given to someone to taste, to eat, this kind of cupcakes. Okay, grateful, happy, happy, joy. Yes, the very look of it can sometimes be so excited and want to taste it. Enjoy the happy and give thanks. Yeah. All right. So, what I would want you to try from whatever we discussed now is, when you are on a low mood, you can try this indulging in conscious choice of emotion. So, in the example which I gave you, when I'm worrying about my project and getting anxious, I can make a choice to not sit and worry or talk about that negatively to some friend of mine. It happened like this, it's so like I'm worried about it. Instead of talking like that, I can have a drift in that emotion, so that that will change my thought. Okay, so what I can do is, I can do anything like this which I like. The six piece of pictures are an example of some happy moments. So I can do anything that is feasible for me. Maybe I can go on a travel, simple, not something like very big and all. A simple travel to a pleasant place. If I like, I can do that wherever I want, wherever I feel it will be nice for me to go. It can be a church, or it can be a friend's house, or somewhere close to Panimalai. There are a lot of hills, so like that I can just go travel. And I like to paint. I'm good at drawing, painting, coloring, sketching, and all that. So I have those materials in my clinic for my clients, for my students, because I'm an expressive art therapist. I use it. So I'll be very interested to do such work. I'll be very interested to do such work, and it'll be like really feel good for me when I do that. Third one is definitely music. Yes, it will totally change the emotion. When we forget that, we should forget the other one and be mindful when we are indulging in this change of emotion. So yes, I'm when I'm upset, suppose if I had a conflict with my spouse, then I can, instead of disturbing my spouse and indulging in the same thought, I can just shut the door and sit inside a room, and I can play some pleasant melody songs, some romantic songs I can listen to. There'll definitely be an intensity of reduction of that anger which I have on the other person, that can impact me, and I'm making a choice and forcefully putting myself in that position where I'm giving self therapy. Therapeutically, I myself correcting my own emotion where my thought changes. Thirdly, playing with some kids. Playing with kids are like quite joyful. Watching out through the window. Usually, I just get onto the balcony to just watch whether it is sunrise, sunset, and like when looking at the orange sun. And so that way, that's quite pleasant. And that me time, like how some people said, that also I will try. I'm like fond of coffee, and like to have coffee, it'll be nice, and to read something which is interesting. Sit in a pleasant. I generally go and sit in the balcony. I use the balcony space, and just be there, just gaze through. That's it. It will be like quite pleasant. And especially when we are sad, it's okay, it's good, it's nice to actually change the emotion. I might order something like what I like. I generally go with the choco lava cake once in a while. So it will be like a kind of food craving when I think about it. So I enjoy it, or I buy a dark chocolate. I enjoy it. So that's a change in emotion. So, how many of you think that you can try this? You can give your genuine feedback about, is it possible for you to try a changing emotion? You can actually speak. You can tell me about your thoughts about whether this will work, what you feel about it, and whether you're ready to try it.
Ma'am, so I generally paint, ma'am. I usually do this. So this is my recent work. Sometimes when I feel overwhelmed, I'm stressful, I just take the watercolors and start painting. And I've already told about the sugar cravings I have. So that is kind of turned into a bad habit actually. So sometimes when I don't feel, some during night times when I'm not able to sleep, I order something and I start eating. So that actually turns into a bad habit, but I'm trying to control it. I've stopped it now. Like it's been like 2 months, I've stopped it now. Other than that, I have a coffee space at my home. So it's near the window. So every evening I take 5 minutes just for me. I have a cup of coffee near the window.
Nice. So, would you be willing to try this more whenever you get a negative emotion to practice by choice? Uh, you practice or you get into a positive emotional mode.
Yes, ma'am. It's when I'm home, I'm able to do it, ma'am. But when I'm outside, when I'm in some other place, I'm not able to do it. That is when I get stuck. I don't know what to do when I'm out. At home, I can do all these things, but what to do when I'm out?
When you're out, you cannot try all this. Now, you will be able to try it when you're back home. So, it depends upon your workplace. So, you can try it when you're getting back. Yeah. Can I hear from the others?
மேடம் ஸ்ரீனிவாசன்.
Yes, sir.
ஸோ நம்ம இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டென்ஷன் ப்ரெஷர் இருக்கும்போதெல்லாம் ஒரு அவுட்டிங் போகிறது, ஒரு மால் போகிறது, ஒரு காஃபி ஷாப் போகிறது, அப்படியே ஒரு காஃபி சாப்பிட்றது, இதெல்லாம் அந்த மாதிரி சேஞ்ச் பண்ணக்கூடிய விஷயம்தான். அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி இந்த ஆஃபீஸில் இருக்கும்போதோ அல்லது நம்ம ஒரு இக்கட்டான சூழ்நிலை இருக்கும்போதோ அப்போ வந்து நம்ம இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிக்க முடியுமான்னு தெரியல. ஆனாலும் ஒரு ரிலாக்ஸ் ஆக முடியும். எப்படின்னா ஒரு நம்மளை ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்க முடியும். நம்ம சீட்டுக்கு போகலாம், நம்ம ரூமுக்கு போயிட்டு அங்கே வேற மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் திங்க் பண்ணி அந்த மாதிரி சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியும். அப்படிதான் நான் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். இது எனக்கு அது கரெக்டா தோணுது.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
மேம், ஆக்சுவலாக இதில் இந்த பெயிண்டிங் தவிர மற்றது எல்லாமே நான் வந்துட்டு ட்ரை பண்ணியிருக்கேன். எனக்கு அது ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகும். ஸோ ஃபோட்டோகிராஃபியும் எனக்கு ரொம்ப பேஷனேட்டாக நான் பண்ணுவேன். மியூசிக் கண்டிப்பாக அது இல்லாமல் எனக்கு டேவே கம்ப்ளீட் ஆன மாதிரி ஃபீல் ஆகாது. இந்த ஃபுட் கிரேவிங்ஸ் கூட சம்டைம்ஸ் அது சாப்பிட்டா அது ஒரு டைவர்ஷன் மாதிரி இருக்கும். சம்திங் ஏதோ ஒன்று
Once in
நமக்கு
a while
பிடிச்சது.
is okay.
யா ஒன்ஸ் இன் அ வைல் நமக்கு பிடிச்சது வாங்கி சாப்பிடும்போது வி வில் கெட் ரிலாக்ஸ்ட் அப்படின்னும் போது தட்ஸ் ஃபைன் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. இதெல்லாம் இப்பதான் நான் வந்துட்டு இது ஓகே இட்ஸ் there should not be any guilt for this and all அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு மைண்ட் செட் வந்து இப்பதான் எனக்கு வருது. ஸோ இதனால ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரிஃபரன்ஸ் ஃபேமிலிக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி 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 நம்மளை வந்து நம்ம மைண்டே வந்து வேற மாதிரி டியூன் ஆயிருந்துச்சு. இப்போ வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நமக்கு பண்ணிக்கிறதுல ஒரு காஃபி போட்டு குடிக்கிறதுல ஒன்றும் தப்பு இல்லை அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஐ ஹவ் சேஞ்ச்ட் அ லாட். ஸோ இந்த பெயிண்டிங் தவிர மற்றது எல்லாமே ஐ ஹவ் டன் அண்ட் ஐ ஹவ் ஃபெல்ட் இட்.
So, there is
நீங்க
a
கேட்க
possibility for us to push ourselves from a negative emotional state to a positive emotional state by choice.
எஸ் எஸ் மேம். இது எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியலனாலும் ஒரு டெரஸ்ல போய் ஒரு 10 மினிட்ஸ் ரிலாக்ஸா உட்கார்றதே கூட அந்த ஃப்ரெஷ் ப்ரீத் அந்த ஏர் வாங்குறதே கூட எனக்கு ரிலாக்ஸிங்கா நான் அதை ஃபீல் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். சேஞ்சஸ் வீட்டில் சுச்சுவேஷன் சரியில்லை, இதுக்கப்புறம் பேசினா ரொம்ப ட்ரபிள் ஜாஸ்தி ஆகும் அப்படின்னும் போது சைலண்டா நம்ம போயிட்டு மாடியில் உட்காந்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னா ஐ ஹவ் ஃபெல்ட் த சேஞ்ச். அத நான் இப்பல்லாம் பண்றேன் அதிகமா.
Okay, thank
தேங்க்
you,
யூ.
ma'am. Anyone else who would like to give a feedback, your opinion on how this will work? So I want you to all try this and give me feedback on whether it worked or not. Because many times when we are feeling negative, we will actually not get into this mode. But I'm saying, let us force ourselves to get into this mode and see what happens next. What will happen next is you can be watchful about what will happen next. When your emotion is changing, thought will change and your activities will change. So, this is something that we already discussed. Surround yourself with supportive people to overcome self doubt. If you are always getting kind of doubts now, it's good for you to have a set of well wishers or nice people, sportive people who will be like a best friend to you, who are genuinely your well wishers, and you're seeing them, you're looking at them as a success models, so you're modeling them. So that way, and our loved ones, some assurance from our loved ones means a lot to us. Even our own child who's quite younger to us comes and gives some words of affirmation, it means a lot to us to overcome this kind of self doubts and feel that things will work and we'll move forward progressively towards it. So, as we discussed earlier, avoid comparing yourself to others to maintain self esteem. Whether the other person has bought a own house, or other person has a car, or other person has this kind of infrastructure in their house or whatever, um, so that is one thing. We don't know what is happening inside. And self forgiveness, as I told you, if we feel that somewhere we've done something wrong, in the past I carried a lot of self doubt and thereby I ruined my life, and suppose I, because of that, someone else also got affected, suppose my partner got affected because of my self doubt pattern, or suppose my children got affected because of it, I want to forgive myself for whatever I did. Now I'm in a mode where I want to forgive myself and give whatever I did not give. I will compensate for it now. Regardless of what other people have accomplished, you can control and focus on your path. Everybody has individual paths and where you want to take it. So, my life goal and ambitions can be very different. So, I don't have to compare with myself with someone else. Their life is totally different. We don't know what challenges are there in their life. But that is not my consideration. I'm more considerate about what I can do, what I am capable of doing, and what I can accomplish. Finding validation from within, other people validating you is not very mandatory, but how I validate my own success is more important. For different people's, variables of success will vary. For some people, suppose a man who earns 1 lakh rupees is a success man. But for that man, he'll be very happy with 40,000 rupees in a satisfactory job. Maybe he's in a people service job where he's satisfied with that 40,000 he's getting. And that's enough for his livelihood. So, how other person is validating his success is not very important. How that individual is appreciating himself or validating his success is very important. He can feel successful with whatever he's doing and satisfied with what he's doing. So, self validation should come from within us, not from external factors. Yeah, the practice to of being accepting our strengths, And constant reassurance from other people can be given. Maybe there's someone who's giving constant self assurance. But if still I'm not believing my own self, there's no point in it. Till a particular point only, other people can help me. After a point, only I can help myself. Thousand people around me can tell me that I'm capable, but only when I start believing that I'm capable, I'll really be able to be my what I am. No? So that validation is very important. Yeah, hope whatever we discussed till now on the topic self doubt to self belief, I want you to make a note on. And today, I want you to try this one particular aspect, and you will be taking that as homework and giving me feedback on how it is working. So, with this, we would close today's session. And I would like to hear from each of you about a few words about what was some new takeaway from whatever we discussed.
I'm Srinivasan.
Yes, sir.
ஸோ இன்னைக்கு டேக்அவே என்ன அப்படி எடுத்துக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா, நம்மளை எப்படி நம்ம ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணி பாசிட்டிவாக மூவ் பண்ணிக்கிறது, டிப்ரெஸ் ஆகாமல், வாட் எவர் யார் நம்மளை என்ன பண்ணாலும் அதுலேருந்து எப்படி நம்ம சேஞ்ச் ஓவர் பண்ணிக்கிறதுங்கிறத எடுத்துக்கணுங்கிறது இருக்குது. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை பாசிட்டிவாக நம்ம எல்லா விஷயத்துலையுமே பாசிட்டிவாக திங்க் பண்ணணும். இந்த நெகட்டிவ் பர்சன்ஸ் கூட இருந்து கொஞ்சம் விலகி இருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறத நான் இதுலேருந்து எடுத்துக்கிறேன்.
Okay.
மேம் இந்த பார்ட்ல வந்துட்டு நீங்க இப்ப சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா, நம்ம குழந்தைங்க கூட இருக்கலாம் ஃபார் சேஞ்சிங், தே வில் பி அ சேஞ்ச் மேக்கர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, தட் ரியலி ஹேப்பன் ஃபார் மீ. ஏன்னா வந்துட்டு ஐ வாண்டட் டு டிரைவ் டூ வீலர். ஸோ மெனி அட்டம்ஸ் ஐ ஹாவ் டேக்கன் லைக் பிஃபோர். எப்படி சொல்றது, மை சன் வாஸ் வெரி எங்கேஜ் அட் தட் டைம் இட் செல்ஃப். ஐ காட் அ செகண்ட் ஹேண்ட் பைக். பட் வந்துட்டு ப்ராப்பர் சப்போர்ட் சிஸ்டம்னே சொல்லுவேன் நான், இல்லைன்னே சொல்லுவேன். ஏன்னா நோ என்கரேஜ்மெண்ட். அதாவது எடுத்த உடனே நெகட்டிவ் தான், ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா ஆக்சிடென்ட்ஸ் அதை பத்தியே தான் பேசுவாங்க, சப்போர்ட்டே இருக்காது ரொம்ப. அதுக்கப்புறமா திரும்ப வந்துட்டு இப்போ அவன் கொஞ்சம் பெரியவன் ஆனாலும் வாங்கியே ஆகணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஐ சம்ஹவ் சேவ்ட் அமௌண்ட் அண்ட் பாட் மை செல்ஃப் அ பைக். அந்த டூ வீலர் வாங்கினதுக்கு அப்புறமும் கூட அவன் தான் நம்பி பின்னாடி உட்கார்ந்து எனக்கு ஃபுல் சப்போர்ட் கொடுப்பான். இப்போ வரைக்கும் கூட எங்கேயாவது நான் ஸ்டக் ஆனேன் அப்படின்னா, போமா ஒன்றும் ஆகாது, நான் கெட்டியா பிடிச்சிக்கிறேன், தைரியமா போ, ஒன்றும் ஆகாது அப்படின்னு அவன் தான் சொல்லுவான். ஸோ அந்த பேட்டர்ன் வந்துட்டு இப்போ நீங்க சொல்லும் போது எனக்கு அதான் தோணுச்சு. லிட்டரலி நான் வந்து டூ வீலர் தைரியமா ஓட்ட ஆரம்பிச்சதே அவனாலதான் சொல்லுவேன் நான். அதுதான் தோணுச்சு.
நைஸ்.
ஸோ நிறைய இடத்துல எனக்கு இது that's what I want to share.
Madam?
Yes, sir.
I also having same experience, madam. When I was in Chennai, because of huge traffic, நான் வந்து அந்த டூ வீலர் எடுக்கிறதே ரொம்ப பயந்துகிட்டு நான் எடுக்கவே இல்லை, லைசன்ஸே எடுக்கலை. தென் ஓவர் பீரியட் ஆஃப் டைம் எனக்கு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஆகி நான் ஹரியானா ஸ்டேட்டு போனால் அங்கே சும்மா சின்ன வித்தவுட் ஒரு லைசன்ஸே இல்லாமல் 10th பசங்க கூட அங்கே ஸ்டேட்டில் அங்கே எல்லாம் ஓட்டுவாங்க. ஓட்டுறப்ப என்னோட கலீகெலாம் சொன்னாங்க, என்ன சின்ன பசங்களே இது பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கலன்னு எனக்கு அவங்க மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணாங்க. அங்கே பார்த்தோன்னா தான் எனக்கு இதாக இருந்தது. இருந்தோன்னே நான் இமீடியட்டாக நானும் அங்கே இனிஷியலாக கொஞ்சம் ஒரு சின்ன ஃபியர் இருந்துட்டு அப்புறம் எடுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டேன் மேடம். எடுத்து அங்கே சண்டிகர் ஃபுல்லாகவே எல்லாமே ரவுண்ட் அடிச்சுன்னு ஒரு கான்ஃபிடென்ட் வந்தது. அதுக்கப்புறம் அப்படியே அடுத்தடுத்த லெவல் அப்படியே மூவ் ஆகி வந்தாச்சு. பட் இனிஷியலாக நான் சென்னையில் இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் அந்த ஒரு ஃபியர் இருந்தது. ஏன்னா சென்னையில் எவ்ரிடே ஏதாவது ஆன் த வே போகிற வழியில் நம்ம இன்ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் நம்ம முன்னாடியே நிறைய ஆக்சிடென்ட் பார்ப்போம். அது ரொம்ப நெகட்டிவாகவே என் மைண்டில் இருந்தது. தேங்க்ஸ்.
Ma'am, so I used to be a very self-confident person. I used to believe in myself for 10 years back. So that's when I started all my business and stuff. But on the point on surround yourself with supportive people. That's what I didn't get. I didn't have that supportive people, and everyone started guilt tripping me. And the guiltனாலே it's not guilt actually, but ஆனா என்ன guilt trip பண்ணாங்க பண்ணி I lost all my self confidence. So it took me 10 years to believe in myself. So that's why I started this course and all, so I can start I went into therapy, then I started this course. I wanted to spread this positivity to others also, so that finding that validation in myself, and the point that I'm working and I'm still working on it. So I believe in I am believing in myself, and I'm trying to bring that self confidence back. So yeah, only I can help myself நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி. So yeah.
All right. Thank you. The others? A few words before we close.
இன்னைக்கு செஷன்ல வந்து எனக்கு வந்து நான் எந்த அளவுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ண முடியும், அதாவது செல்ஃப் லவ்ன்றதை விட பாசிட்டிவிட்டியா நம்ம வந்து இன்னும் நம்ம லைஃப்ல என்ன கரியர்ல என்ன நம்மளை வந்து புஷ் பண்ணி என்ன பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஐடியா வந்து இந்த செஷன்ல இருந்து எனக்கு வந்து கிடைச்சிருக்கு.
Okay. Yes, others?
Yes. Good evening. Actually, what I learned was by just changing the feeling, we can change our thoughts. That's what I learned from your learning actually today. Actually, our environment gives many impact on us, on our thoughts. But still, if we self-control and make our thoughts, whichever that gives us confidence, that thoughts will give us a good feeling. Thereby, we can move on confidently. That's what I learned from your
Exactly.
today's session.
Thank you.
மேம்
Yes,
நம்ம இந்த நெகட்டிவ் பாசிட்டிவ்ல இப்போ என்ன அப்படின்னா நம்மளோட எமோஷனல் ஸ்டேட்டை வந்து நம்ம நெகட்டிவ்ல இருந்து பாசிட்டிவ்க்கு மாற்றணும். மாற்றினாவே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக நம்மளோட தாட்ஸ் வந்து சேஞ்ச் ஆக ஆரம்பிக்கும் நெகட்டிவ் டு பாசிட்டிவ்க்கு. இது வந்து என்னோட ஒர்க் பிளேஸ்ல வந்து அப்ளை பண்ண முடியுமா என்னன்னு தெரியல, பட் இது டைம் கிடைக்கிறப்போ இதை ரெகுலரா
ட்ரை
பண்ணோம்
பண்ணி
அப்படின்னா.
பாருங்க. வெளியே இருக்கும்போது சில விஷயங்கள் ட்ரை பண்ண முடியும். ஆஃபீஸ் செட்டிங்குள்ள அந்தந்த ஆஃபீஸ் செட்டிங்கை பொறுத்து என்ன ட்ரை பண்ண முடியுன்றது இருக்கு. ஸோ
பட்
அதுக்குள்ள நீங்க என்ன ட்ரை பண்ண முடியும்? இப்போ சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி
எஸ் மேம்.
ஜஸ்ட் உங்களோட கேபின்ல போயிட்டு கொஞ்சம் மீ டைம் எடுத்துக்கலாம். நான் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். கொஞ்ச நேரம் வந்து இயர் செட் போட்டு ஏதாவது சாங் கேட்டிருப்பேன். ஒரு 5 மினிட் பிரேக்ல கேட்டிருப்பேன்.
ஓகே.
அதுக்கப்புறம் என் ஒர்க்ல போவேன். இப்போ எனக்கு ஏதாவது இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் டாபிக் இருக்கும்போது எனக்கு ஒரு லேப்டாப்பும் ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட் கவுன்சிலராக போகும்போது. ஸோ அப்போ வந்துட்டு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் சம் ரிப்போர்ட்ஸ்க்காக சம் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் டாக்குமெண்ட்ஸ்க்காக நாங்கள் அதை மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுறோம். நான் மெயின்டைன் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். பட் அட் த சேம் டைம் எனக்கு ஏதாவது பிடிச்ச ஒரு டாப்பிக்கை பற்றி நான் ஏதாவது ஸ்டடி பண்ணணும், கூகுள் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா அது எனக்கு ஒரு ரிலாக்ஸேஷன். எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு தான் சொல்கிறேன். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி உங்கள் ஆஃபீஸில் உங்களுக்கு என்ன ஃபீஸிபிளாக இருக்கோ அதை நீங்கள் ட்ரை பண்ணலாம்.
ஓகே மேம்.
Thank you. Sabari is there? All of you have spoken? Okay. Fine. Thank you so much. Let us meet tomorrow with our relationship coaching to be continued tomorrow.